Oh, don't bring that up. It's gonna get me sentimental. You know I'm sensitive. I got a gentleman. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Angel the Psych MP via the Mental Demic. Today I want to just come on here and speak about what if my anxiety is lying to me. And I'm here to tell you, anxiety is real. What you feel is real. The symptoms you feel is real. The thoughts are not. Anxiety have you in a ball of fear. When I went through my anxiety, when I first started feeling my panic and anxiety, I was like, what if my life is gonna be like this for the rest of my life? Anxiety tells you that because you go through so much, you kind of feel like, how am I not gonna feel this way? Like, this gotta be my life. How am I gonna get out of this? I started feeling like I'm a nurse practitioner. I can't treat people this way. Like, how I'm gonna take care of people. And I feel like this. You know, I started feeling like, am I dying? All kind of stuff I was feeling. It was all my anxiety lying to me. The fear takes over. You hear me? Anything that you feel in your body that was normally like a headache, but because the anxious mind and the fear, you feel like, oh my goodness, what could this be? This has to be something else. Any little normal tingling that you might feel in your body is now the feeling like, am I having a stroke? Like, it intensifies every feeling that you have. It intensifies it in your body to something worse. And because your mind is in this anxious state, it's like, it all feels so real. But I'm here to tell you that the anxiety be lying to us. It really be lying to us. There are so many tools that we have so that we could start realizing and be in tune with what's happening in our body. My first recommendation is therapy. Therapy is going to help you, for one, get to the bottom of why you're having this anxiety. Like, why is your mind all of a sudden so fear-based? What is going on in your mind? Therapy is going to help you with that. In the midst of going through therapy, you have to find mindfulness ways to just recenter yourself. I have a video on the 3 for 3 rule that will teach you ways to kind of just like bring yourself back to the right now. Mindfulness also brings yourself back to the right now, like what is actually happening right now. And I know sometimes with those symptoms, you feel like what is happening right now is that I'm about to die. But you gotta tell yourself, like, what I used to tell myself was, I didn't feel like this prior to me starting having this anxiety. I never felt lightheaded like this. I never felt these extreme headaches. I never felt like I was about to have a stroke. I never felt like I had a brain tumor. I used to tell myself all these things that I never felt before. And that helped me kind of get rid of the fear to say, all this stuff can't be wrong with you out of the blue. All this stuff is not happening to you all at one time like that. So that's what I used to tell myself when my mind just used to start going out of control of like, what the hell is going on with me? And that's how I used to recenter myself. Angel, you weren't having all these symptoms before this anxiety. It's not real. You're not dying. Your sugar is not dropping so low that you're going to pass out. That was one thing that sent me to the emergency room at least 3 times. Was I used to feel like I was gonna pass out because I felt like my sugar was dropping low. It was all in my head at the time. And one day, like, I'm here to tell you, this literally is what happened to me one night. I was reading my Bible and I read this. There's on the Bible Plan app, there's this Bible plan that says anxiety over fear, or anxiety versus fear, something along those lines. But I read that, and in there it said, tell yourself, when is your time to go? It's going to be your time to go. And nothing you can do is going to change that. I promise you, one night I was getting ready to go to sleep, and I couldn't sleep the whole night because my mind was like, what if your sugar drops in your sleep? and you slip into a diabetic coma. Mind you, I'm an ICU nurse, so everything that I was feeling, in my mind, I'm like, I know what the presentation looks like clinically because I'm an ICU nurse. So that made everything even worse for me. That made things horrible for me. I'm telling myself all those things. And that night in bed, I said to myself, Angel, when it's your time to go, you're gonna go. Ain't nothing, you can't wake up because you think your sugar is dropping and it's gonna save your life if it's your time to go. So just sleep. And I just slept the whole night. That was the first night in about 2.5 months that I had a complete night's sleep without taking Tylenol PM, melatonin, or something to help me sleep, because I couldn't sleep on my own. And even with taking all those supplements, I would only get maybe an hour or two of sleep, if that, because I would wake up, like I said, thinking my sugar was gonna drop in my sleep. The anxiety was lying to me so bad and had me in such a ball of fear that I couldn't do my activities of normal daily living because I felt like I was about to, you know, tap out. Even water, you know, when I used to go walk, because I went through my anxiety in the very beginning of the pandemic when we were on like the real lockdown where nobody was supposed to be outside type of thing. And I couldn't go walk outside for a walk without a bottle of water. If I forgot the bottle of water, I literally ran back home to get the bottle of water. And I was feeling like I was in a race against time running it back home. Like, oh my goodness, I gotta get home. I gotta get to the water, you know, all in my head with my anxiety telling me I need water to go outside, because what if I swallow and I can't catch my swallow and then I can't breathe? Like, anxiety be wild, man. And people who have not really been through the true anxiety experience don't understand when you tell them some of the stuff that you experience. They think you be tripping. And I'm here to tell you, as a practitioner, as well as a patient or client, anxiety is real, but it be lying to you about what you're feeling and the fears. Because none of the stuff that I was thinking gonna happen to me happened. None of it. Not one thing happened. And the more I faced those fears and went to therapy, they each started disappearing and disappearing and disappearing away. Until I was anxiety free. Now, according to the DSM-5, I've never really was diagnosed with anxiety because I didn't meet the time frame for how long have you had these symptoms, etc. I didn't meet the time frame, so I never really got diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. But for what I was feeling for 3 months was very, very real. But I'm a very, very strong advocate of therapy because I know what therapy did for me, and it should not be discounted in lieu of medications or anything. I do feel like we live in a world of instant gratification, so we want the quick fix. And I understand that quick fix because, like I said, I told you what I went through. So I know what anxiety feels like, and I know the quick fix was something that would have been like, if you're a working person that got to go to work every day, having that quick fix works more, you know, right then and there, which is medication. Therapy takes time, but you should not do therapy because you got the medication. You need the combination of both until you're able to wean off of the medication. It's very, very possible. You just got to do the work. I was able to take the time off of work and do therapy. I did a lot of therapy. I didn't ever take any medication for it. I was never prescribed any medication, but I was offered it, but I didn't, you know, I declined because I wanted to do the work. I think I wanted to do the work for a testimony of like right now today to tell people that you got to go to therapy because there's something deeper. That's the problem. So the medication is just dealing with the symptoms and allowing you to work and be functional during your day, but you gotta do the work. You have to do the work. So I wanted to do this video to tell you your anxiety be lying to you. It be lying. None of that stuff probably gonna happen to you that you're actually feeling. None of it. One thing you could do, what I did for myself, is keep in mind, was I feeling any of this stuff before I start having this panic and anxiety? And chances are the answer is no. Tell yourself that when you start going down the rabbit hole of all the things that you're feeling and, you know, the symptoms you're having. Stay away from Google, because Google gonna have you tight, you know, like Google gonna have you, hello, 911, can you come pick me up? Something wrong, you know. Stay away from Google and just tell yourself, I wasn't experiencing this before, so it's not real. So tell yourself, the fears that I'm having are not real. What I'm feeling is probably real, but I'm not in any immediate danger. I just wanted to get on here real quickly and tell you that your anxiety be lying to you. Like, subscribe, turn on your notification. Angel the Psych MP, build a mental dimmick. Ciao.